And good morning, everybody. I am so glad you're with us this morning. I have such a wonderful guest. But before we get there, I got some great news. Do you mind if I share a little bit of news with you? This is just, I can't tell you how grateful. And really, what I'm trying to do is tell you how much I appreciate all of your support. Because yesterday, our new book went #1 international bestseller, and it's Crack the Rich Code. I did this with Shark Tank Group and Kevin Harrington and Jim Britt, and I'm so grateful that you helped us get it to that place on Amazon, because that's just such a big deal. Because then NBC and Fox and CBS, they all pick it up and talk about how wonderful it is. So that's why I wanted to share it with you, and thank you so much for your support. So today's a great day. I'm sitting in San Felipe, Mexico, on the Sea of Cortez. And it's so beautiful out this morning. The sun's shining, it's nice and warm, and I'm actually looking at the sea, and it just looks beautiful today. I feel so grateful to be here. And one thing about the Heart-Based Business Show is that I'll be broadcasting from all different places, and I'll get to share with you and what it's like to be there. So let's get on with our show, because I really want you to listen to what Denise Mortimer has to say. Now, you saw when I was marketing the show that I was talking about all that mental diarrhea that goes on in the back of our minds. And we think all the time, oh, I got to think positive. I got to think positive. But then what happens? You're trying to sleep and all the negative comes in. I'm not going to be able to get enough money this month to pay my rent, or should I stay with my business, or should I not stay with my business? I just had that question yesterday from one of my own clients. And you know what I found is that the minute that you say that to yourself, you know that you're almost there. Don't be fooled into thinking that you should quit your business when the reality is you're almost there. So can you guess? I'm trying to provide some hope for you, because it's not about you. It's about getting the name out there. It's about doing what we're doing today. And I met this wonderful lady at the Women's Economic Forum in London last November. And guess what? She is coming to you from the UK, which is really exciting. So we're broadcasting from both sides of the pond. And I think it's like 5 o'clock over there and 9 o'clock here in Mexico, which is Pacific time. So let me bring her on right now so that you can get to know her. Denise, hi, welcome to the show. I'm so glad that you showed up this morning, and I know you're a long way away from where I am.
Good morning to you, and good evening to me, and congratulations on your book. Well done. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, that's what I love about this, and what I love about internet is that because we can see people from wherever we are, it really doesn't matter anymore. So now we can just go ahead and communicate with anybody anywhere they are, right, Denise?
Absolutely. It's incredible. And just the fact that we met at the WEF in London and now we're having this conversation, magical.
Yes, absolutely magical. So, Denise, what I love about you is you work with people who have got all this stuff going on in the back of their minds. And you've made a very good comment to me, and that's what I wanted to discuss. And that is that we can't control the subconscious with the conscious. Would you say that that's right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we try to solve our problems with conscious solutions to what are subconscious problems.
Yep, we do. And you know what? Tell us a little bit about your background and who you are.
So my background, so although I'm living in the UK, my background is originally from New York, and my whole adult life I've spent studying people, studying neuro-linguistic programming. I have a master's degree in happiness, in positive psychology, studied coaching, and more recently studied something called Rapid Transformation Therapy, which has been tremendously transformational for me. And rapidly, it does what it says, rapidly transforms.
And how did you get to that? What brought you to learning that technique?
Well, I was doing a lot of business coaching, business mentoring, and what I was finding is that people were not necessarily getting the results they wanted, despite them following my sort of recipe, if you like. And I thought, well, what's missing here? What's the missing piece? And I also hit a ceiling in my business, and I couldn't move forward from there. And this rapid transformation just caught my eye, and I participated in a session, and it was such a huge turning point in my business, in my life, that I studied it and then started delivering it, because I thought everybody needs to do this, because everyone's got stuff going around in their head that they need to get rid of.
So tell us a story of one of the clients that you've worked with, and please don't mention any names, okay?
No. And actually, I'll tell you, I just spoke with a client earlier who was struggling with finding love, like attracting the wrong person consistently. And when we went back, because it's a hypnotic protocol, this rapid transformation, and you do regressions into childhood, because that's the place where we begin the journey of creating the negative beliefs about ourselves, positive ones as well, but often negative ones, and the ones that hold us back. And we regressed to her childhood, and we cleared some trauma from her childhood, and she's found someone that she's connected with, and they're moving in together. And it's just like an incredible story, because it changes the vibration when you clear the low level emotions, because we all vibrate at a particular frequency. When you clear those low level emotions, you literally rise to the top of the frequency scale, and you can show up as a more authentic version of yourself.
Now, I know what you're talking about when you say low level vibrations, but would you explain that to our audience? Because not everybody's clear on that.
Sure, absolutely. So there is we are vibrating energy. We live in a quantum universe. We're just vibrating energy. Every person has a frequency to them. You can raise your frequency, you can lower your frequency, and your emotions will dictate the frequency that you are vibrating at. And low level emotions, and this comes back to law of attraction, you will only attract, like attracts like. So if you are vibrating at a low level emotion of, say, fear, despair, powerlessness, you can only attract more of that into your life. But often people don't realize that they're vibrating at that level because it's subconscious, which by nature means it's unknown to them, but they'll find themselves in a cycle of behavior. So they don't need to go, and there's not like a thermostat you stick in your mouth that says you're vibrating at this level today. It's a feeling. And it's when people find themselves going in patterns, going in circles, reliving the same patterns over and over again. I can't find love. I can't make that money. I can't find that job. I can't lose weight. I can't stop drinking. I can't, whatever, they go into these cycles. They want to do it consciously. They want to do it. And then the subconscious, which is a much bigger, stronger force, which is carrying all the beliefs from the past, is saying, no, actually, we're not going to make that happen for you. And until you find solidarity and agreement between the two, the subconscious will always be the one that wins.
Now, I have an interesting question for you. I know of someone who had a friend maybe a year ago, and they were really, really close. And now she says that the energy's not good and the attitude's not good. What are your thoughts on that? And she doesn't want to be around her too much anymore.
I have a question for you. Is this person in a real growth period? The person who's the person behind?
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah. So if you're going through a growth period, chances are she's having a rise in her consciousness and awareness of how she wants to show up in the world. And frankly, we outgrow things. And it comes back to that old adage of people are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sometimes we naturally outgrow them because our rate of growth is far, far faster than theirs. And some people may not be on a growth path. They want to stay. They believe that the world they live in, the world that is constructed for them, is the only one that's possible. They don't believe that they can rise above to anything else. So naturally,
and would it be that sometimes the other person can't grow with them? Is that why they can't keep up?
It may be that they simply don't get it, because if they're not starting to awaken themselves, they may feel a bit threatened by someone's change. Like, what's going on with this person? And it's almost like when you go through to the other side and you start rising in your consciousness, you may alienate people, because you start speaking and showing up in a different way. And if people are expecting you to behave as the subordinate, or the one who always complained, or if maybe you were moaning buddies, and that person doesn't want to moan anymore, or you were like eating buddies and that person doesn't want to eat endlessly anymore, or that the purpose becomes redundant.
Excellent explanation. Thank you for that. So I love what you do. And when people go through your process, do they, let's see, how do I want to ask this? When people go through your process, do they outgrow the others that are around them as well?
They may. An interesting thing that has been happening is many people who've been investing in a session for themselves have then bought something for their sister, their spouse, their partner. So they're like, I'm on this growth journey. I want you to experience this as well. I want you to have. So it may be that they start to outgrow. And I'm a great believer that there are no accidents in the universe. If someone comes to me, they're meant to come to me. They're meant to have that growth at that period of time. I even say that in my meditations, that there are no accidents. You're here listening to this for a reason. So it may be, or maybe that the other person does grow with them.
I love that you have a heart-based business. That's so awesome.
Thank you so much.
So what would you really like to share with us?
I would love to share that I truly believe that a huge portion of people are not living to their potential, because they're living in a place of fear. They live in a place of either fear of failure or fear of success. And I want people to understand that they don't need to live within the confines of what they were born into. And it doesn't matter what age you are, that you can start to challenge. If you've got a song in your heart, you deserve to sing it. Not only do you deserve to sing it, but is your moral obligation to deliver that to the world, because you're born with purpose. And if you keep it from the world and you suffer as a result of the world that you do the society an injustice, and you do yourself an injustice. So it's all of our responsibility to step into who we're truly meant to be. Because when we're singing our song, whether it's performing, or whether it's doing mathematics, or whether it's being a science genius or a dancer, whatever it is, you're sharing your greatest gift, and you're raising the consciousness, raising the vibration of the planet as well. Breaking up on me a little.
What a beautiful thought that is. That is such a beautiful thought. And there's so many people in the process of awakening. Have you noticed that too?
I think so too. Yes, absolutely. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said there's so many people in the process of awakening. Have you noticed?
Yes, absolutely. I think you're
that also.
Can you hear me okay? I agree with you 100%. Can you hear okay? I think our connection is a little bit. So I agree with you 100%. I think there is definitely a rising consciousness. The world is changing, and if we have a little.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sorry. Testing.
I hear you now. It's just kind of in and out. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. No, I just saying I completely agree with you. I believe there's a rising
I hear
consciousness.
you.
I think consciousness is the new black.
Mm-hmm.
Consciousness is where the 2020s are going to. That we all have a responsibility towards.
It's okay. I heard you. It's all right.
Our
I hear you. I hear
Great.
you.
Awesome.
Mm. I love that. Yes.
The connection is going.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you big mission that you're on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I completely lost you for a second there.
I guess this is what happens when we're going across to the other side of the pond.
It's a little bit better now.
Yeah, in and out, in and out. Okay, so Denise, tell me if you can hear me.
Intermittently.
Good. Denise, if you can hear me, I didn't say anything on purpose because I just wanted to make sure that you could hear me. Can you hear me now? Okay. This is like that. Yeah, this is like that. That phone conversation. Can you hear me now? Anyway, Denise, I just wanted to let you know that I really love your work, and I loved how you facilitated at the Women Forum. That was so much fun. Yeah, I hear you. So, anyway, I just want to share with all of you that how important it is that you get control of what you are hearing in the back of your mind. That's so important. And, I apologize if you can't hear me. It's just going in and out, I guess. So, what I'd really love to say to you is that if you have that running in the back of your mind and you've got a problem with hearing, and shifting that up, I suggest that you really work on trying to get that taken care of, get that the back of your down a little bit. And you can do that with meditation, or you can do that with Denise's product that she offers. And I'm hoping I can get her back on here because I really want her to talk to you about a gift that she can give you. So I'm hoping she can hear me right.
It's such a, can you hear me okay? Can
Denise,
you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's going weird. It's going really fast and then it's going really slow and then it's breaking up.
What I'd like you to do, or what it is that you'd like to offer to our audience.
So I would love to offer to the audience a meditation, a free meditation.
All right. So what we'll do, Denise, I just want to thank you for coming on with me. It's been wonderful seeing you, and I'm sorry that we've got so many challenges with the internet. But I will make sure that we put down below the video how to reach you and what to do. So, yes, would you quickly share with the audience? I know. So share with the audience what it is that you would like to offer them to see if you can support them. All right. So everybody, I will put a link down below. Do me a favor and just check it out when you get a chance. And sometimes across the pond, it's a little difficult. And now I don't know that. So anyway, I just want to thank Denise